Hello friends, I am Suhas Godse from SGM College Kharad, lecturer in English. Since long time we are away from each other because of different reasons. Perhaps because of the lockdown which was imposed because of the COVID-19, after that summer vacation, we remain away from each other for a long time. It was not possible for us to meet physically, but we can't remain away from each other for a long time. This year, when the college will be open, it is not possible for anybody to tell that. But even though, if it is not possible for us to know that, when college will be open, we can't remain away from each other. There should not be any kind of educational loss. And from that point of view, we are trying our level best to reach to you through these digital lectures. This year, you entered in the new era of educational life. You have entered in third year of specialization, that is BA, and perhaps all of you have opted English as a special subject. Now, while you have opted this English as a specific or special subject, there must be certain kind of goals in your mind which you are trying your level best or which you will try your level best to achieve. In this third year, you are going to study in all 6 papers. That is 6 papers in English, 5 special English paper, and 6th one is compulsory English. Paper number 7, criticism. Paper number 8, literary criticism. Paper number 8, understanding poetry. Paper number 9, understanding drama. Which I am going to deal with. Then paper number 10, understanding fiction, and last one 11, linguistics. So out of these 6, I am going to deal with this drama, understanding drama. Now in all 6 papers, in fact in all 5 papers, you are going to see different type of literature, and in the 6th, the art of language. As far as this understanding drama is concerned, or paper understanding drama is concerned, here we are going to see drama as a type of literature or a kind of genre as a literature. As far as drama is concerned, the origin and development, it has different things. How it came into existence, what are the different types of drama, how it came to the modern stage, how it followed or how it had come to the modern stage, Elizabethan drama. Different things are there. And perhaps you may be well acquainted with all these. Perhaps you may be well acquainted with this. But yet, it is essential for ourselves to see what exactly is drama. Now, there are different kinds of definitions of this drama, but as far as the definition is concerned, I will tell you something about that. But before that, I will say something about the drama. To define what are the different things that we are going to study in this understanding drama. First of all, definition of drama. Then elements of drama. Then comedy as a form of literature. comedy as a form of literature, and one drama that we are going to see, that one is William Shakespeare's Tempest. William Shakespeare's Tempest. Now these are the different things that we are going to study in this semester 5th. Definition of drama, elements of drama, comedy as a form of literature, and Tempest. Now while we are dealing with this definition of drama, there are different kinds of things, there are different kinds of problems. To define drama in clear terms is a very difficult part. What I say? To define drama in clear terms, it is a very difficult task. In fact, any type of literature, may it be poetry, may it be short story, or whatever it may be, any type of literature, it is difficult, very difficult to define any type of literature. What? Why? Why it is so? Why we cannot define any kind of literature? Apart from all literature, take for example only drama, which we are going to study. In clear term, it is not possible for ourselves to define drama. It is so because there are two important things, or one important thing, because of which we cannot define this drama. That is, literature is considered as a living thing. Living thing. And that's why we cannot define drama. In fact, we cannot define any genre of literature or any type of literature. Now, why? Even though when we are considering this literature as a living being, why it is not possible for ourselves to define that? Because there are two important characteristics of this living thing. One is, living thing always grow. Living thing always grow. And another one is that they move. That they move. Now, while we are trying our level best to define any living thing or any kind of object, when we are defining, how we are defining? We are defining this object on the basis of its color, on the basis of its size, and different kinds of things that we observe. Color, size, and different things that we observe in particular object, on the basis of that we are defining anything. Now, if you are trying your level best to define anything that is living and which had these two important characteristics, what will happen? Take any example. Any example. If we look back at any form of literature, we will find that it has grown and it spread over a vast area. It had spread over a vast area. No doubt. Today, there are certain forms in literature which have become obsolete. That is, they had become outdated. They had become outdated. As far as the living being is concerned, just we are seeing that why we cannot define living thing. If we are trying to define any living thing on the basis of the things which I just said, on the basis of which we define the object, color, size, and different objects or different elements exist in that particular object. Now, if we are following this method to define any living thing, what will happen? Take for example, tree, which is living thing. All we are well acquainted with that. Or any kind of animal, even human being. जे तुम्ही कुठलंही झाड घ्या, माणूस घ्या किंवा प्राणी घ्या, And if we try to define on the basis of the object which I just said, see that what is happening or what happens. For example, if we try to define tree, what will happen? Now there are different things or different types of trees. Some are big, some are large, some are tall, some are thick, some are small. Now if in front of you there is a small tree, and if you are defining the object in front of you on the basis of its size, on the basis of its color and different things existing there, no doubt you will define that. But the same species, tree which is bigger than this, how it will be the definition you are preparing at this moment as far as this object is concerned will be applicable to a big tree, because the size of this tree is small, the size of this tree is big. But both the trees belong to same species. Both the trees belong to same species. That is why this definition which you are preparing on the basis of its size, preparing on the basis of its color, preparing on the basis of its different object will not be applicable to this tree, even though they are belonging to the same species. म्हणजे जरी दोन्ही एकाच घरातील असले तरी सुद्धा दोघांच्या मध्ये साईजमध्ये कलरमध्ये डिफरन्स असल्या कारणाने छोट्या झाडाची तुम्ही जी डेफिनेशन तयार कराल ती याला ॲप्लिकेबल होणार नाही. नाउ as far as qualities of living things are concerned, just I mentioned that we define on the basis of its color, size and different kinds of things. Same is the case of literature also. As far as the definition of this small tree, if you are preparing on the basis of color, size and different things, and after some time, if you are trying to find the same objects in the same tree, it is not possible for yourself to find. So that the definition which you have prepared, it falls short to describe the same object. म्हणजे तुम्ही इथं जी डेफिनेशन तयार केलेली असते ती डेफिनेशन त्याच ऑब्जेक्टसाठी कालांतराने उपयुक्त पडत नाही. का नाही पडत? तर हे ग्रोथ, हे झाड वाढत जातं आणि ते वाढत गेल्यामुळं तुमचं जे काही ऑब्जेक्ट तुम्ही पाहिलेलं असतं ते बदलतं आणि बदलल्यामुळं मग तुमची पूर्वीची डेफिनेशन जी आहे ती तिथं ॲप्लिकेबल होत नाही किंवा तिथं ती लागू पडत नाही. इन दिस वे it is not possible for ourselves to define any living thing. That is why it is not possible for ourselves to define any living thing. Now following this, if we try to define any piece of literature, what will happen? हेच सूत्र कन्सिडर करून जर तुम्ही कुठलंही साहित्यातला प्रकार त्याची व्याख्या करण्याचा प्रयत्न कराल तर नेमकं काय होईल? टेक फॉर एक्झाम्पल एनी जनर ऑफ लिटरेचर. फॉर एक्झाम्पल शॉर्ट स्टोरी. Now when short story came into being, what was expected? When short story came into being, what was expected? It was expected to have gripping and powerful story. But later on, in the same short story, psychological characters were introduced, and because of these psychological characters, when they introduced in this short story the importance of plot in short story was reduced. When short story or when psychological characters were introduced in it, it reduced the importance of plot and concentrated on the inner working of the characters. Concentrated on the inner working of the characters. This technique later on came to be known as stream of consciousness technique. What? Stream of consciousness technique. Now, short story as a form of literature was defined when short story as a form of literature was defined. The importance was given to the plot as well as characters. In the beginning, when short story was defined, the importance was given to the plot and characters. But nowadays, we find that psychological characters in short story. Nowadays, we find psychological characters in the short story. So, the definition which you have prepared, where importance was given to the plot and characters, how it will be applicable to the short story, where we find psychological characters as the important factor. That is why nowadays perhaps short story has lost the importance, plot has lost the importance in short story, and so the definition which you have prepared once, it falls to cover all the aspects that we observe in modern short story. आधुनिक शॉर्ट स्टोरीमध्ये असलेले सगळे घटक तुम्हाला जुन्या डेफिनेशन प्रमाणे त्याच्यामध्ये पाहायला मिळत नाहीत. त्यामुळे ती डेफिनेशन थोडीशी कमकुवत ठरत असलेली दिसते. नाउ दिस एंट्रन्स ऑफ सायकोलॉजिकल कॅरेक्टर्स इन द शॉर्ट स्टोरी इज ए काइंड ऑफ ग्रोइंग or it a kind of what we can say here that change in itself. जसं झाड तुम्हाला मोठ्यानं वाढत जाताना दिसतं, तसंच या शॉर्ट स्टोरीचा पूर्वीचा जो फॉर्म आहे त्याच्यामध्ये थोडे थोडे बदल होत गेले. सायकोलॉजिकल कॅरेक्टर्स which were introduced in these short story, that is a kind of change, and that's why the definition which you have prepared or which was prepared, it falls short to cover all the aspects that we observe or that we find in modern short story. This is more or less the case with all the genres in the literature or all the types of literature. It may be possible with poetry, novel, short story and other things or other types of literature. मी हे फक्त एक उदाहरण म्हणून मी तुम्हाला शॉर्ट स्टोरीचं सांगितलं. कमी अधिक प्रमाणात सगळेच प्रकार साहित्यातले जे आहेत त्या सगळ्यांच्याच बाबतीत आपल्याला अशा प्रकारची परिस्थिती असलेली दिसते. अँड दॅट इज वाय इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू मेक हार्ड अँड फास्ट डेफिनेशन ऑफ एनी लिटररी टाईप और एनी लिटररी जॅनर. त्यामुळं तुम्हाला कुठल्याही साहित्य प्रकाराची व्याख्या जी आहे ती करता येत नाही. वी कांट डिफाईन प्रॉपरली any type of literature, but we are going to study drama as a part of literature, as a type of literature, as a genre of literature. That is why it is essential for ourselves to have certain kind of working definition. Even though it is not possible for ourselves to define hard and fast in clear terms any type of literature, but in spite of this problem, in spite of these difficulties, we need to have a working definition of this genre, working definition of this drama for our study, as we are going to study drama as a genre or drama as a type of literature. So let us have couple of definitions of this drama. So let us have couple of definitions of this drama.